We began our Iceland adventure in Reykjavik. This is Hallsgrim Kirke. These are some birds on the geothermal pond in town. They like the warmer water.
So we're unloading the bus here in a snowstorm and a gale. And we've all got our 5 layers on top and 3 on the bottom. Literally hail storm. We're bring out here. It's not really big. It's bigger than sleet. All right, everybody, are we having fun? Yeah. We got a little video going. Say hello to YouTube.
Hey.
Where are we?
We're at Black Sand Beach in Iceland. It's cold.
What's the name of this beach? Something we can't pronounce.
So here we are striking out from the Black Sand Beach. And here's a mink that we scared up, and he's headed off to get some lunch. He's kind of in the distance. He's going to come back here in a second. There he is with a fish in his mouth and head back to his den. So we hiked about 3 kilometers, 2 short hikes there because of the rough conditions. The next day we got up to go whale watching. We didn't see any whales, but there was some spectacular scenery. These are some shots of the mountains from the boat. And there's a lot of bird life out there. These are cormorants on one of the rocks. Note that the rocks are that basalt that look a lot like the church. Here we are later that afternoon on our first snowshoe hike, which was a spectacular scenery with waterfalls and little creeks that we would wade across. Here's Peter riding in the snow, taking a little break here. Here's one of the little creeks. We found a shallow spot and just wade across and hope that our boots stay dry. It was a great introduction to snowshoeing. It was my first time. I loved it. We also got to see some interesting wildlife. There were a pair of white-tailed sea eagles that are quite endangered bird. There are only about 80 pairs left. At one point, they had been down to about 10 pairs, so they have made a comeback with protection. The following day was a travel day mostly. We stopped at the Rift Valley between the tectonic plates of Eurasia and North America. This is Gullfoss, a large waterfall also along the route. And we stopped and looked at the geysers as well. So Gullfoss was a waterfall saved by a young woman in the 1920s when someone had the idea that they should turn this into a resource for generating electricity. Most persons' favorite day was the day on the glacier, and here we are up on the glacier taking a short break. Everybody's got their crampons on their feet and helmets, ice axes, and a harness in case we were to fall in a crevice. After a couple of hours of hiking, the sun came out, and it was a spectacular morning and early afternoon. Here's some of the scenery from the top of the glacier. And while we were up there, there were a set of tracks of an Arctic fox. We did not see the fox, but they were very fresh tracks, so we knew he was there. These are moulins. These are holes in the ice. We're inspecting them. Sometimes a moulin will get covered over with a shallow layer of snow and people will fall in. So we were very careful to follow the guide's tracks. And they knew, Peter knew where to walk so he wouldn't fall into a moulin. We're headed further up the ridge here. It's Peter giving us some instructions. Here's Peter looking for solid ice to stand on to continue on the way up the glacier. It's about as far as we could safely go at this point because of the snow covering crevices and holes. But it was an absolutely wonderful day on the glacier. And here we are headed back down the glacier, back towards the bus. We stopped by, look at some of the blue ice. The sun came out, just gave it a lot of color. Our last day was spent snowshoeing. We did an 8K snowshoe in a blinding snowstorm. Not that it was blowing so much, but we couldn't see our surroundings other than it was white. But it was a wonderful experience.